Yeah. That's how you check for waveforms right there.
What is going on? Ooh, my brothers.
Makes it weird every time.
You ruin it.
Notice me, senpai.
You soil the uwu.
God. You've soiled the good name of Uwu.
Hello, friends. My name is Jackson Chandler, and you're listening to the Sons of the Father podcast.
And for that, exhaustion level 5.
No.
Oh my
No.
God.
I can't move. Oh God.
You'll be dead.
Not for another exhaustion level. You just have to drag me.
I really need to get I need to get a better desk, my dudes.
I'm playing off of a card table.
I thought you were gonna say a cardboard box.
No, it's a card table.
I dig it.
Oh, it's a card table? Where are the cards?
Tell us that, Jackson. Tell us that. Oh my God, he has cards.
Imagine trying to catch me slipping.
We were fools. Wow. I said that to an older teacher today. She was telling me something about living in England, and I said, wow, imagine living in England. And she said, what? I said, I don't know. You don't get that reference.
Imagine not getting that reference.
Imagine not getting
Imagine that.
Then I went to all my 5th graders, and I was like, imagine not understanding it. And we all ooh together. Ooh. Yes. All right, can we talk about the new Space Jam? Is LeBron James in every
Warner Bros. IP that they own?
Yes.
Including
like
Clockwork
just do Looney
Orange
Tunes,
and Thundercats.
People. Just
like,
do
why?
We got a real thing going down. Welcome to the Space Jam.
No, they even changed the song.
What?
I'm just gonna cut that.
Oh, that's just wrong.
I'm just gonna cut that and play it through this whole part. Just Jacob just say, welcome to the Space Jam.
You just play it real quiet, so it's only during the lulls where no one says anything that you just hear it in the background.
That would be so fun. Please do that. That'd be amazing. Please actually do that. Oh, man.
She will.
Oh, jeez.
You heard it here first, future Marlo. You said it.
That's right.
Oh, hey, yeah, in case you didn't know, the show notes, I dropped those on like Monday or Tuesday night.
No,
They've been in there.
Thank you.
Okay, they've been in there for days. You usually notice them before I say anything, so I just put it in there like that night, and then was just like, she'll find them.
I would have probably tomorrow. I would have been like, Jackson didn't give me the notes. Let me check. Oh.
Uploaded 4 days ago.
He did do them. It's funny.
It's funny
They've been
though,
in there
talking
so
about-
long that it's starting to get a smell.
It's funny though, talking about notes. I haven't taken notes since episode 6.
Well, yeah, you're just in the story. Jamming.
Straight vibing.
I know. Too
vibing.
immersed.
Space jamming.
We emotionally vibing.
I've been balls deep.
Welcome to the space jam.
Oh, I took notes in episode 8. I'm surprised, but I did.
I took notes before we started. One time. A couple of sentences.
Taking notes is for babies and
Amazing.
losers.
He said as David was actively looking at his detailed notes. Of
Very
every
surprised. I only take notes. I can't take notes while I'm doing it, or I won't be able to respond to people talking to me. So,
Oh, that's fair.
I just keep it all in the brain bucket.
and I can remember most of the things that happened.
That good old brain bucket.
The major things. that
Just rattling around up there.
happened. So let's see. Last time.
When we last left off.
Last time it was the chairs with the guy,
Yes. Uh-huh.
and I cut myself
Yes.
and bled on the floor,
Yes.
and so he opened the way. And then we
Yes.
ran out and saw craziness happening, and now we're running into it.
Craziness.
You represent the virtues of being a hero.
Woo!
The virtues of Venus. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, then
but
you
we
saw a
got 'em.
giant tentacle
Only if I can be Sailor Jupiter.
death monster.
You can be Sailor Jupiter if you want to.
Thank you.
Oh, she's so hostile.
I wasn't hostile. I was letting him be what he wanted
You
to
can-
be.
You can be whoever you goddamn well please.
Thanks. I'm scared now.
Now I'm looking up Sailor Moon characters. Thanks for nothing.
There's
Tuxedo
Sailor
Mask
Mars,
is the only
Sailor
one you
Moon,
need to know.
Sailor Jupiter, the cat that I can't remember the name of.
Luna!
Luna.
Tuxedo
That's
Mask
right.
is the best character.
Tuxedo Mask
I'm
is the
hearing
best
Jackson's
character.
Tuxedo Mask. That's what I'm hearing.
Tuxedo Mask is great because it's my job here is done, but you didn't do anything.
Cape
Threw a
flourish
rose.
and he's gone.
Yeah, he threw a rose. That's all he did.
Oh,
Darian!
I love it so much. Sailor Moon was the jam.
Psych, we're not playing Sins of the Father tonight. We're doing a Sailor Moon tabletop game.
Mm-hmm.
No. I didn't sign up for that.
No.
So David, when's that alien RPG?
When is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. When are you running it?
What? Me? No.
Here you come.
What? Me?
Not at the moment, no.
Was that a Dreamcast?
Tony was trying to be sneaky and snuck in, and it played
was
it.
not.
He got a text. That was his text tone. At least come
okay.
and wave at them if they're gonna come in here.
Come on, Tony.
Come on, man.
Wandering Dreamcasting.
Yeah, some wandering Dreamcast just came by and brought Marlo a drink.
Hey, Tony.
For some inexplicable reason, I want to play Sonic Adventure 2.
I know.
Hi, Tony.
What's up?
Hello.
Huh?
He's whispering
Hi.
secrets.
You wanna come say hi?
Hi.
The gang's all here.
The gang's all here.
Things all here. Still flying.
There's people in their flying machines.
Well, hell.
Lilu, go out.
hey.
Lilu, nobody wants you here. Tony,
Aw.
let her out.
So
Or she was about to she was gonna just go sit down.
Get this dog.
Come get this dog.
Somebody come get this dog.
Can I pet that
God
dog?
damn, get this dog.
Can I pet that dog?
no.
Oh.
What's that?
This game gets a 1 out of 10 or 0 out of 10. Cannot pet dog.
Zero out of 10. Can't pet dog. Can pet Kruthic. Can't pet dog.
Yeah.
Haven't met a dog.
What happened to the Kruthic? I can't remember.
It's still in my backpack.
Don't worry about it.
Do you still have it? Okay. Okay, I thought
It's in that bag.
that could be
In the bag
interesting.
of Kruthic.
Kruthick's just vibing.
Marla's gonna grow up and just be riding a Kruthic around the countryside.
That boy, Ed.
Singing and playing her lute while riding a Kruthic, and it's just like.
Well, that's terrifying.
That's a character concept. That is definitely College of Nightmares.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
for sure.
absolutely. Actually, that makes sense. Yeah.
The internet is dying. Help me. Okay, is it good now?
Oh, are you losing?
The internet was like dead. I had like 9,000
Oof.
ms ping.
It's over
Yeah.
9,000.
Oof.
So
At first, I thought you were
apparently
talking
that's
like.
how it's gonna go.
At first, I was talking about like it's like in this. I thought you had this like brilliant point you were gonna make that was like gonna be like so thoughtful and elaborate. Like the internet
Yeah,
is dying, and I was like, I gotta know. It's like a clickbait article. I gotta know.
The internet
What's happening?
is dying.
All right.
Welcome to my
BuzzFeed.
TED Talk. Well, you know what's the first thing that has to happen? Hey, Chris. Hey, Christian.
Hi. Am I rolling
Please
this?
roll a Constitution saving throw.
Is this with disadvantage or no? It's a saving throw, so it's not.
No.
It's not that. So no, it's not.
Correct. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I'm a benevolent
Natural
God.
20.
Wow.
Why is that? Why?
Well, good. Your speed isn't halved.
Cool.
You're still hungry, though.
I know. I'm hungry, bro. It's all right. First enemy we'll kill, I'll just take a bite.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Bartosz is so hungry he's resorting to cannibalism.
Don't do it, Bartosz.
So let's repaint the scene.
Yeah.
Walked out of the gate, blinding light, saw this cool, dope-looking city that was semi-kind of destroyed. You were real confused. And then you see giant evil monster, writhing tentacles, and those big glowing eyeballs. You know, one of your old friends. And it was destroying the city. And then I forget who. I'm not gonna lie. Someone saw it.
Me.
It was Ivalia saw very far in the distance hints of magic and what seemed to be familiar people. Could it be the fathers?
Or is it the
Is
sins?
it the sins of the father?
They just turn around and they all have like mustaches and are obviously not like just like super ridiculous mustaches, and they're like, "Who are you, children? We don't know."
But to
definitely
paint this picture with your super eagle eyes, you've got a very far distance between where you are and where they are.
Somebody say eagle?
I did. Oh yes, also that happened. Nunu flew off up into the maze while you were exploring it and never
Yes.
returned.
Nunu's gone.
In my hour of need.
But that's when, Yabo, you notice in the distance where the monster is, where these people seem to be holding their ground, fighting back. You see a familiar eagle. Yeah.
You can see that little thing from this far away.
It's flying around in the air.
I've got triple advantage on spot checks,
He's got-
specifically involving Nunu.
He's
Or
got
is
eagle
it
vision.
gigantic?
You don't know from this distance, but you see an eagle.
If that's the great eagle, I'm gonna straight up poop my pants.
But Nunu is the great eagle.
Oh, okay.
Or is he?
Were we like a?
Haha. No, internet, don't do this.
Uh-oh, he's cutting out.
He's chopping up.
This is my life.
My life. This
My
is
life.
my wife.
My life.
My life.
And I believe the last thing you guys said is you were going to start running towards these people.
Believe it.
Okay.
Believe it. Naruto run.
So as you all take off into a dead sprint towards these people, everyone roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
As you see one of these large
Shit.
tentacles smash across one of the buildings, and a pile of debris comes flying through the air towards you.
My first roll of the night is a natural 20.
Are you kidding?
Wow, mine was too.
first
That's
roll was
crazy.
also a natural 20.
Holy goodness. Mine. I got a 17.
We are here to play this game.
Marlo, did you roll a natural 20?
No, I rolled a
She
14.
did not.
Yes, you did. You rolled a nat 20.
Haha, you're dead.
We all rolled nat 20s. First roll's great. The rest of them, nothing.
But that nat 20 comes out to a 19.
Yes.
Becomes a dirty 19.
Becomes a
dirty 19.
Dirtiest of
Filthy.
19s.
So
That
as
is the dirtiest of 19s.
is as you begin this sprint, seeing all this debris flying towards you, it begins just bombarding the street you're running down. And luckily enough, no one gets hit by any of it, as you all just quickly are dodging in and out of alleys to avoid what would most likely be certain death. You continue running forward. There's all kinds of buildings and whatnot that you are running past, some of them still intact. And you see coming up in front of you is this large tear in the ground, a chasm, like the earth itself has been split open.
Could I swing across it, Tarzan style, from a nearby building?
How are you going to swing? What are you going to use?
Well, if I had some, I'd use some rope.
Oh, hey. I have rope.
He doesn't have any rope.
I'll use that
Oh,
rope.
shoot. I don't have any rope either.
Are you going to ask for the rope?
Hey, I
Take
have
it.
rope. How wide? Like how? Well, I guess is there a building that this could work on before I even?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm not going to let you start asking around about rope and not let you swing across.
Okay. Does anybody have a rope? I think we can swing across.
Yes, I've got one. And I
Okay.
pull it off. Pa!
Okay.
Do you think you can throw that high enough?
I don't know. I will try. I'm gonna try to take that end of the rope, toss it up over a building, make a little little knot. You know, some rope trick
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of stuff that a person who is
Lasso.
fluent in rope would know.
Yes, yes. Thankfully,
Remember-
there's no use rope skill.
I was just about to say, remember when use rope was a
Yeah.
distinct skill? God, what a waste.
Remember when use rope and swimming were both a skill?
And hide and move silently were separate?
Remember that?
Wasn't barter a skill too? At one point in one
Yes.
of the... I think it was.
I believe so. I know it is in the age system. Bartering is a
Yeah,
focus
barter's
you
in
can
age.
take.
All right.
So yes, roll an athletics check to throw this high enough.
Okay. I will do what you ask.
Also, how much rope was it?
Oh, shit.
50 feet?
Yeah, how long is
Oh,
that
it's
rope?
a 50-foot. It's a 50-foot rope.
I got a 9.
Fine.
So you take this rope and you get it ready. You, with a great heave, throw it up, and it doesn't quite reach the broken bit of frame that you were throwing it for and secure itself, but it is hanging off of it in a way where when you tug, there is resistance. You could still use the rope from where it's sitting.
That sounds
It
sketch
just
as hell.
doesn't
Yeah.
look. It doesn't
Sound
look
good.
very secure.
That's
I'm
terrifying.
gonna grab it and pull on it and give it like jump into the air and pull down as hard as I can.
You jump and pull, and you hear like the grinding of metal, but the rope stays on it.
Is it good enough? Can we swing
I don't
now?
know. I've never swung across a chasm before.
Is the building like together enough for like if one of us wanted to like climb up there and check the tie on it or check that it's secure?
You could if you wanted to. Yes.
Yeah, I think Evalia's gonna just like look at it, look at Yabo hanging off of it, and just shake her head.
I'll go. Let me go see if it's
Secure.
So roll.
Be careful, Evalia.
Roll an athletics check. Roll a climbing check. Remember when that was a skill?
Oh god.
Every little individual thing in the skill in 4th edition, it was awful.
That's a 4.
Total?
Oh no!
Yeah. Total.
That's not good.
We came in so
don't
hot,
make
and now we
it.
can't jump over this puddle.
You can't find secure footing or hand grip to ascend this building. Ricket and Vartash, what are you doing?
Can I look and see if there's another way across? Like maybe a timber has like fallen from a building and is like overstretched over the thingamabob.
You certainly can with a perception check.
That is a 15.
You see there is a number of loose boards and other pieces of building that with enough force you could I say you as just a collective could break them off of the building, and they look like they'd be long enough to reach across, but it would take some force to remove them from their framing.
Okay. Ricket points to them. What about those? Perhaps with enough force we could unlodge them not unlodge them. We could dislodge them and hang them over the precipice.
It's not a bad idea.
I'm going to go check on the nut. I'll be right back. I'm gonna try to climb up there now.
Okay.
With a 19.
It does take some maneuvering to get up there. It is high enough that you could sustain some damage if you were to fall. And you make your way, and you're trying to reach out to secure the rope. That's what you were doing, right?
Yep. Just to check on that little old knot.
And you kind of get it loose from where it was caught and into a more secure position and like pull it tight, and it feels like it is much more secure where it's sitting now.
I'm gonna slide back down.
I'm just watching these people do what they're doing. I don't really know what to do.
You want some death dog meat?
Rancid, rotten, death dog.
Wasn't it monkey meat?
Monkey meat.
Yeah, that was monkey that we were eating now.
Oh, is that all that's left?
Monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rancid
you had the
monkey meat.
pelt. You had the death dog pelt. But
That
the
you put
The
down.
meat was the monkey meat. Oh yeah, you left the death dog.
Yeah,
up
that
there.
will forever be in suspended animation in the
The
astral plane or
stinky,
whatever.
rotten.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
caught in that stage of
Lovely.
decomposition for the rest of eternity.
That's right.
Lovely.
I guess if Vartash isn't like doing anything, Rickett is like pulling on his sleeve, like Vartash, come help me push these over.
I'm gonna yell at them. We do not have enough time.
Sure. So yeah, Vartosh and Rickett will go over and try to take off one of those things, like pull it off or whatever we need to do.
An athletics check.
You want to help me out to make this a flat roll, David?
Yeah.
Or we can both roll one and see what happens.
No, I'll say that like as you. Oh, is he climbing up to get there, or is this to actually push it?
Just to push it.
Okay. Rickett is gonna like line up with Vartash, staring at the timber, and Rickett's gonna say, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And then he's gonna sprint towards it with Vartash, and use the help action to give Vartash a flat roll.
Beautiful. Okay, so yeah, Vartosh and he run. My roll was a 17 plus 0.
So it takes more force than Rickett you've ever pushed out before in your entire life. As you both together slam into this wood, and you hear the popping of nails and stuff as it breaks off and falls forward, landing across the chasm.
Nice. Not enough time for what now, Yabo?
I had it figured out.
Nah, but this is a little safer, I think.
I'll use your ugly bridge.
Could you maybe climb up there again and get my rope down for us?
Oh, it's the rope.
I feel like this conversation happened with Yabo hanging there, like already having tightened the rope, and he's still up there.
Oh, is he still up there?
Yeah,
That
like
is the
screaming
question.
down, "We don't have time for that!" as he's tightening a rope.
Pile of rubble falls over.
It's actually really funny.
Fine. Start untying the rope.
Awesome.
Okay. I was gonna say, Yavali is already, like, jumping on the bridge and running across. She's, like, not even testing it for safety. She's just going.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Ooh.
How narrow is this bridge thing that we just knocked over?
16.
Oh, it's not narrow. It is
okay.
the buffeting winds
Gotcha.
and shockwaves that are being blasted out around the city. 16, you get across.
What roll is it?
An
Acrobatics.
acrobatics.
On my way, once I get to the other side, I'm gonna stop and hold it. To, like, hold it steady.
Because
Okay.
as each of you is going to cross it, intermittently out in the distance from where this battle is happening, there are just the occasional flashes of magic and blasting as you keep seeing these large tentacles swinging down at something, and then there's just that big contact as it hits that dome, and there's just a big shockwave out from it as, like, winds blast back towards you.
And Rickett's gonna be the next one to run across.
Yeah, as Diabo gets back down with the rope, Bartosz is just gonna take it and say, "It was a good idea, but, you know, this is probably safer."
That's fine, I suppose.
And run.
Was that a good whoosh or a bad whoosh, David?
That was
Whoosh is
a bad-
Rickett just falling.
Oh no!
Well, you might not be too far from the truth. I rolled a 9.
What is it? Do I get to help since I'm holding the boards?
Or does it like lower the DC or something?
Yeah, does it lower the DC?
It lowered the DC. Ricket didn't fall off of it. You do trip and stumble and like teeter on the edge of it, looking down into the chasm with your arms spinning out to your sides for balance.
You know, does the wind catch my hat and like blow it off my head?
No, I'm not a monster. I'm not going to get rid of your hat.
I mean, you already
Well, I was just gonna
damaged it, but yeah.
Yeah, I damaged it. I'm not going to get rid of the whole thing. It's the iconic hat.
Well, I was gonna
But
say
that's
that
fine
the
if
wind
you want.
catches it and blows it off his head, and like as Ricket regains his balance, he takes out his wand and flicks it out towards his hat and says, "Manus!" And like a little cartoon hand like appears and grabs the hat, and then drags
Yes.
it back to him as he jumps across.
Okay, fine. So we're just going to edit it
Yes.
to where that happens.
That
Perfect.
little sweet little baby boy wizard just lives in my heart.
That little cartoon hand, I just imagine the Final Fantasy like cursor hand, the white glove.
100%. That is
That's
also
fair.
what I imagined.
I was thinking Mickey Mouse glove, but yeah, that works too.
I was 100% picturing
That's
the little
good.
gloved hand like picking up the materia and moving it around.
That's
100%.
good. That's real good. Love it. So yeah, Vartosh will attempt to run across with a disadvantage acrobatics check. Okay, a 9 and a 10, so plus 3, the disadvantage is going to be 12.
You still did better than Ricket.
Yeah! I mean, I do have a plus 3 to acrobatics, so there you go.
You
Malnourished, still stronger than Ricket.
It's true. So you do manage to make it across
Nice.
the chasm. Almost at the same time as Ricket, who was a lot more careful crossing the rest of it.
Fair.
Yabo.
Okay, I'll go.
I mean, you could always try and jump across it. I wouldn't advise it.
No, I'll walk on the bridge. All right, here we go. I got an 8.
What?
Okay.
Like you rolled an 8 or an 8 total?
8 total.
So as you all cross over this bridge, Yavo bringing up the rear, you hear this crack of wood
Oh.
as he crosses the middle of it. You see it bow and snap as Yavo leaps forward, reaching out.
No!
And grabs onto the ledge and is dangling.
Yes, Vartosh will immediately reach down and grab his arm.
Oh, that was close! Thank you, brother.
Of course, we've come this far. We can't afford to lose you now.
Okay, I'll just climb up now.
So yes, you get across. I'm assuming you guys just turn around and keep just sprinting.
Oh yeah.
Unless,
Oh, yeah.
Yavo, you need to catch your breath or anything.
Nope, let's boogie.
Alrighty. So you keep running down, and you're watching the city itself is getting destroyed in this fight. As you look up and see, as you're running forward towards where all this conflict is happening, you feel that that intensity in the air, just like when you first met this creature on the sea, as you feel you are being watched, and a large tentacle comes falling down, and you look as it is coming in your direction and slams across the street in front of you, buffeting you with bits of debris and wind. As you see the dust settles on the tentacle itself, the I use quotes here, audience, flesh seems to open on seams as deep yellow eyes begin looking at you. Hello friends, and welcome to episode 15 of Sins of the Father. I'm your Dungeon Master, Jackson Chandler. I know I might have sounded a little weird last episode, but it was just a cold, and I'm all better now. I've got a couple things to go over before we dive back into the episode. I'd like to give a shout out to Jan Peter Beats for upgrading their pledge on our Patreon page. Thank you very much. Don't forget, we did recently break our $500 milestone on Patreon, so we've now released a merch store that we're going to be updating with all your Sins of the Father and Misconceptions needs. The link to get to the store will be in the description. But also with that milestone, we did get to give our editors a pay bump for all of the amazing work they do to really make our show shine. Don't forget to support us on iTunes. If you leave us a review, send us a copy of it to misconceptionspod@gmail.com to receive a free Sins of the Father decal. That about covers it for now. Let's get back to the episode.
I cast Firebolt at one of the
Oh
eyes.
yeah!
Heck yeah. Atta boy. Oh no.
I rolled a 6.
You just kind of shoot it a little wide. You don't manage to hit one of the eyeballs. It hits into just that inky flesh and seems to just disappear as it hits it. Just gets sucked into it.
Out of our way!
Vartosh will stop in his tracks, and can I use my steady aim feature to gain advantage on a gunshot?
Yeah.
Well, glad I got advantage. That's much better. So I rolled a 4 and a 19. So that's going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
That does, in fact, hit.
Fantastic. And that's going to be 6 plus 1, 7 piercing damage? Yeah. To one of the eyeballs.
Yeah, you take this shot, and it does find purchase into one of these eyes. As you see, with the sheer impact of the bullet, the eye seems to almost rupture and spray out this dark yellow ichor, just like splattered across the street. And you watch as where it lands and everything seems to be sizzling and burning.
Don't get too close, it's acid!
As the tentacle itself, from that impact and the eye popping, you do see it like shiver and react to the bullet hitting it.
Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna throw a spear at it. It's all acidy. I don't want to get acid all over one of my good weapons. So I will chuck a spear.
At the same eye or at a different eye?
Is that eye nice and well and duly popped, or does he need like another good wallop?
Yeah, can we Z-target that eye, or do we have to Z-target another eye?
It looks well and duly popped.
Ooh. But is it now a weak spot?
If you attack it, who knows?
I kind of want the satisfaction of popping another eye. I'm gonna throw it at another eye.
Go for it.
With a 13.
That will find purchase on another eye.
Ooh, I love eyes. Okay. What does a spear do?
The eyes have it.
That is a 5 damage.
Let's see, how many spears has Yabo thrown this entire game?
Oh, I didn't use my
One at the hobgoblin, one at the monkey, and this one at the tentacle.
Yeah.
At
Special
least
occasion.
3, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, he saves them for special occasions.
It's true.
Or so you
The
throw
monkey.
this. The monkey.
I forgot to do my
So you throw this spear. It did how much damage?
5.
As you throw this spear, it sinks right into the middle of the eye. As you watch, it immediately dissolves with this burst of acid. As it splashes across that same area and an adjacent building. The acid is steadily eating away at the ground and now that building.
Red. Or not red, I guess, but metal.
Hivali, what you doing?
After seeing this acid eat into it, Yvali had before this pulled out her rapier, like she was gonna go swing on it, and then seeing that, like she started to run and she stops because she's got like her rapier in both hands, like she's about to like wallop it downwards like a hammer, and she stops and looks at it and lowers it. Looks like really unsure what to do. Pulls out a dagger and throws it at the first eye that was hit, like in that spot, to like try to like get deeper damage.
So roll me an attack.
Give me that attack. 13.
That will find purchase deep in this tentacle that is oozing acid.
2 damage.
You feel like there wasn't enough force behind this throw, as you see it hit going through that spot where Vartash had previously shot it, and you watch as there's just this violent gout of acid that bursts out of it, spraying the building next to you. And with that, you hear the cracking and crunching of metal and wood. As that large building next to you, you hear the bottom of it start snapping, and it begins falling and slams onto the tentacle. Roll me. Everyone, a strength saving throw.
Oh, yeah, I'm good at these, baby.
I'm
I
bad.
got big muscles.
19, baby.
17.
13.
I got strength. Oh. 11.
Yeah,
Dude, I haven't rolled over 10
no.
ever since that 20.
Yabo's the only one with good strength, and he got the lowest roll.
Right?
What did you roll?
11.
So you all manage to stay standing as this building falls onto the tentacle itself. There is a large blast of dust and particles. As Yabo, you are slid back a couple feet from the impact, not managing to quite have your footing, but still standing.
Okay.
It is very hard to see in front of you right now. Large clouds of dust billowing out. That's better.
So we can't see.
You can't see as of right now. It is heavily obscured.
Heavily
Your
obscured.
vision.
Fun.
That's right. I'm pulling out weird random conditions.
Fog cloud.
Fog cloud.
Love it.
Cricket's gonna run into the cloud.
Yeah, Vartosh is following. Seeing if maybe they can climb up on top of the building. It's on top of the...
So you'll begin making your way forward more cautiously, but still at a quickened pace, into this cloud, and you begin to see the outline of this building. And you go inside of it or climb it. What are you looking for?
So what is it like? What does this look like? Is it like completely broken open and we could like go through it, like walking on the wall of it, but going up, or is it something like we could climb up on top of it and run across it?
You do see where it is split open, and you could push your way through the building itself, or with how some of it is broken apart, you could also feasibly climb up on top of it to go over.
I guess Rickett will like slip into one of the windows and like I always like running up in video games, running up buildings that are like inverted and you're like running on the walls or whatever. So like Rickett will duck in a window and like run up the inside of the building trying to get to the roof.
Yeah, Bartosz will follow.
Yuvali is right behind Yabo, and she's like excited, like I'm about to jump in this window, and then he jumps up, and like his shoulders are just too broad, so he's able to get like wedge one of them through, but the other one is stuck and won't come through, and now he's got one arm in and one shoulder in, but can't like move either. Like he can't get his other arm in, and he can't slide the rest of the way in.
Give me a push!
How do I push?
So like,
Don't touch that!
she like grabs his legs like right below the knee and just like tries to like push up on his shins to try to push him.
Ouch!
Suck it in, Yabo!
And then there is that comedic thump as he goes through and tumbles onto the floor.
Perfect.
As you notice that this floor, you tumble onto the floor, Yabo, and you look up, and you see a staircase on the ceiling.
Oh. As in, I could have taken the stairs?
No, it's above you on the ceiling, like sideways.
Labyrinth style.
Yeah,
Oh.
labyrinth style.
Gotcha.
And you see like the half swung open and broken doors accompanying it. And you look below you, and there are more doors like under you.
Valia hops, like she puts her hand on the sill and hops up, and she like doesn't misjudges it, pushes down, and then like tumbles inward, nearly kicking Yabo in the face.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, I didn't expect it to be that far of a fall.
Meanwhile, the other two are just
We
casually
watched
climbed
this happen.
through a window and then just turned around to watch this.
We're running
Where
through
to?
the building.
So now the stairs are on the ceiling, though. How do we get to the stairs to get up to the next floor?
We run to the other side of the building and just hop out another window.
Yeah.
Perhaps if it was a window that was high enough.
Then yeah, we'll look for another window on the other side of the one we came in through.
Yeah.
Is it like a straight shot, or are there like, because if we're looking at from the direction of like we entered like from one side, do we have to try to get in through another room to get to the other side of the room?
Odds or evens?
Odds.
As you all get through, there's that comedic moment, and then you start scrambling through this building, knowing the hazards that are outside. You feel this force as everyone almost like falls to their knees from pressure, and you hear the cracking of wood. Look around the room, and both windows that you can see are not on the ground.
The tentacle's lifting itself.
As you see
Oh god.
another window, the edge of the tentacle like rips in and peels off part of the building. And you are being lifted up into the air.
Oh god.
Is he angry with us?
What'd we do to him?
Dropped a building on him.
Punk ass tentacle monster.
Come on, guys. Ricket's gonna run, I guess, to the other side that's been ripped open.
Try to jump out before it gets too high.
Yes, jump out before it gets too high, or ride the tentacle like a slide back down to the ground.
Oh yeah, straight up Legolas on a Mumakil snout style.
Yeah, you got it.
I am not gonna succeed this roll.
All right, let's
So
do
you
it.
run to the other side, and quick, Ricket, you have to make that decision. Are you riding down the tentacle or jumping out the window?
I'm running down the tentacle.
Oh god.
You all see in this panic Ricket run and just jump.
I'm gonna
Okay.
stand there with my mouth agape for a second, and then just. And I just come flying down there too, screaming.
Yeah. Bartosz is just gonna jump out the window as well.
Is it so? But how far is it down? Did you say?
I didn't.
We'll see.
It's a split-second decision, jumping out the window or riding down the tentacle. Ricket went down the tentacle.
Yavalia is going to grab her rapier out, slam it into the tentacle, and try to slide her way down.
Oh yeah,
Pirate style.
That's dirty.
That's perfect.
Hopefully not getting sprayed with acid. We'll see.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Just take a little acid shower on the way down. Just a quick
Leave it-
little. Just gonna rinse my body off. I just got a little sweaty.
It would be the worst kind of
Just gonna
shower
take
I've
a couple
ever
of
taken.
layers off my skin.
I'm not gonna wash my hair. It's not gonna take me very long. I won't be in there for very long.
Oh my gosh.
And Bartash, you were... What you doing?
I saw Ricket jump out a window. I jumped out a window.
The same window?
Yeah, the same way.
Yavo, did you jump out the same way, or did you just pick a window and jump out?
I want to go tentacle sliding. I ran
Okay.
directly after Ricket.
So the three of you, just from the side view, you see just one after the other thoop, 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 come diving out the window and start sliding rapidly down this tentacle as the more sensible one in the group jumps out the window, plants her feet as she takes that rapier, stabs it into the tentacle, and then it swings off of it, holding the rapier as you see it cutting through the tentacle on her way down, leaving this big, a very long cut. As you hit the ground running, Evalia, and you see in front of you the other three companions sliding down the tentacle like it's a ramp.
Oh man.
As they get down to the bottom, I'm gonna take the rapier and twirl it, and like sling it to try to get the like acid off of it, whatever like acid blood crap's on it. Look at him and say,
What took you so long?
Okay.
All right.
And then you look down and there's nothing but a hilt left.
She slings it around to get the acid off, and you see the blade go and just fly off.
"You're not for
What
real,
happens?
No.
right?" Okay.
Okay.
No.
That was something.
As you see very much akin to the pirates, once again, we're going back to that motif. Like when the Kraken wrapped its tentacles around the boat and snapped it. Except it's that building you were just in seconds ago. It very quickly wrapped itself around it and just ripped it to shreds. It reacts also right after, like this is happening as you hit the ground, Evalia. There is this big, like, very violent tremor in the tentacle as it slams into the ground behind all of you. And you see it start grasping out, grabbing at objects. You don't see any eyes on it at the moment.
Run!
Can't see us. Yeah, Ricket's gonna follow Bartash's lead and run.
Yeah. Running toward them papas.
Are running your way past every violent I don't know where I was going with that, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why I chose the word violent. I don't know where I was going with that.
He chose violence today.
I chose violence. You all begin. You coming out on the other side, dealing with the tentacle. The dust has started to settle, and you see you are in the last stretch of getting to this magical dome that you see at the center of where this creature is, with this group of people fighting back within it. You see figures darting back and forth, the arcane sigils lighting up as magic is being blasted out. And you all just take off into that dead sprint. And you sprint forward using every ounce of energy you can to get there as quick as possible. You run up this staircase scattered with debris, and you don't take the time to notice there are remains of other bodies, of creatures and humanoid-esque bodies. As you push up to the top, and in all this blur of fighting, you come face to face with this large blue dome. As Ricket, you see a very familiar face in the center of it, channeling all his arcane energy into holding this dome under the pressure of this creature, is your father.
Ooh. My eyes got a little wet, I'm not gonna lie. Ricket runs up to the dome and slaps his hand against it and then pounds one fist against it. Father, I'm here. Let me in.
And in turn, each of you sees accompanying, darting in and out of where all the combat is happening, you see that very vibrant, ornate lute and rapier in hand. Those gold and purple musical notes being blasted out as Avalia, you see your father.
Daddy!
And she stands there, just her arms drop to her side, and she looks like tears start coming into her eyes, and it's like the one thing she's been looking for this whole time. It's finally in sight.
Vartash, coming to the top of this staircase, you see, as quick and nimble as ever, darting around these tentacles that seem to be buffeting the area, a very familiar face as a gilded pistol in one hand and longsword in the other. Your father is dancing around these tentacles. Every vulnerability it creates, he strikes down at it, letting off shots as he's cutting chunks out of these tentacles.
Vartash just dumbstruck for a moment. He's never really seen his father do this. His father's just a merchant. And he just yells out, "Father! What?"
And then finally, Yabo, as this is all happening simultaneously, Yabo, you get up to the top and you see that very large, bulky framed individual that you know is your father, as a tentacle slams down, about to catch this dragonborn next to him out of position. You watch as he darts under it and catches it. And you see him begin straining under the effort as you hear the cry of an eagle in the distance. And you look up and you see it looks to be Nunu. But as it gets closer, it is bigger and bigger as he lets out just this very monstrous, deep-bellied roar as the eagle slams into him, and you see a pulse of energy as his muscles tense and he begins pushing the tentacle itself up away from him. And you see the large tattoo of the eagle light up on his chest.
That's so dope. It's so strong! Get him! Put your back into it! Is that Nunu? That's not Nunu! That's the Great Eagle! It's the Great Eagle! Get him, Dad!
And you watch as all of this happens. There's that moment of elation. You finally see your father's as a large, innumerous amount of tentacles you see raise all at once and slam into the top of this dome. And you see it crack and shatter as you're all standing right on the edge of it. And the protective field has now been dropped as you see, not through that blue shimmering of magic, the tired, sweat-dripping, bloodied fathers fighting tooth and nail against this monster. End of episode.
Hey.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Next episode will be released on July 12th. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Sins of the Pod. If you weren't aware, we have a Discord channel for the Misconceptions Podcast Network where you can chat about your favorite shows and anything else nerdy with all of the crew and other friends of the show. If you need to contact us, you can send us an email to misconceptionspod@gmail.com. Sins of the Father is only possible thanks to y'all, so we'd appreciate it if you would spread the word about our show if you enjoy it. If you're feeling especially generous, you can always donate to us through our Patreon page. However you decide to help, we greatly appreciate it. Sins of the Father is an actual play podcast using the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition role-playing game by Wizards of the Coast. The Sins of the Father theme was composed by Aaron Wharton. You can find more of his work at aaronwharton.net. Sins of the Father is a part of the Misconceptions Podcast Network. That about covers it for now, and as always, keep rolling crits.